Hello everyone, welcome to this video. My name is Ebube from Korrect Homes and Properties, and if you're seeing me for the first time, I say welcome to our channel. This is where we discuss topical issues, property tours as it concerns real estate in Lagos, Nigeria. Today we want to discuss a very important issue. So whether you have bought real estate before or you're looking to buy real estate in Lagos, Nigeria, what are the documents you must get to make sure that land you are about to pay for is yours forever? So this is the topic we'll be looking at today. Follow me as I break down these 6 different documents for you so that a lot of the lands that are being sold now may not have any use now, especially if you're looking to invest so you can reap a reward in the future. You're looking to invest so you can resell in the future. What guarantees that when that future that you have planned for, that you have meticulously invested in, that you have poured money into a land in form of an asset, what guarantees that that land will be yours in that 20 years? Documents. Even in the Bible, it is called title deed. So what are the title deeds you must get to make sure that any land you are invested in, any land you are investing in, any land you will invest in is yours when your time comes to use it? Let's go. Now let's get into it. The purpose of today's video is to educate you on the 6 important documents. Yes, there are six important documents that you must get whether you're looking to buy land, because forget it, people will continue to invest in landed property in Lagos. One man's meat is another man's poison. So if this video is not for you and you have seen Lagos as a place where you should never put your money at all, you can just exit at this point so you can continue with those who see their fatherland as a good place to still invest in. There is trouble all over the world, except you want to lie to yourself. But as long as human remains, seed time and harvest time will not cease, and what you plant is what you will reap. So in order for you to plant well is the reason why I am educating you on the 6 types of documents you must get, so when that time comes to use your land, you will have the right to that land. Number 1, payment receipt. Whenever money is transferred, you have transferred money to a company's account, except maybe you know the person personally. Even if you know the person personally, I don't advise transferring money to a personal account. You have transferred money to the company in charge of the property account. Don't transfer money to their agents. Transfer money to the company's account. Then you send them an acknowledgement that money has been transferred into your account, into their account. Then in a couple of days or that very same day, they will print out a receipt for you detailing what you bought. Mr. John Doe, 1 plot of land in so estate. They also list the other charges that you are supposed to pay alongside the price of that land. That is your first receipt. So if what you're doing is an initial deposit first, in that receipt it will be stated that initial deposit for 1 plot of land, 2 plot of land, or 2 acres of land, as the case may be. This is for your own documentation. This is to put your mind at rest, at least, that the money you transferred, you have gotten a receipt for it. But the sad thing is that for most investors, this is where they stop, because they have receipt. They think that land now belongs to them. Don't forget that the software that generates the receipt for you, anyone can have it. So what are the other documents you must get to make sure that you don't just stop at receipts? You get all your documents to the very last one. Number 2, contract of sales. Contract of sales is usually when you engage in a payment plan for the land you're buying. Payment plan is one of the easiest ways that anybody can own anything nowadays, because cash can be difficult to put down at once. But if you can pace yourself and you have a payment plan that allows you live your normal life, put food on your table, take care of your family, and still pay for a very serious asset like a land, I think it has been a welcome development in the real estate space. So a contract of sales gives you detail of that. It states your name, it states the company, and it states and there's an agreement on what you people have come to agree over that particular plot of land. And if there is only going to be any extra agreement, it is stated in the contract of sales. The contract of sales is just like you're going into agreement with somebody, and these are the terms of our agreement. I am paying this money to you over 6 months, over 12 months, and when this money is done being paid, you allocate my land to me. And the company is also stating that we are selling a land to you in this social place inside coordinate 6 point something something northwest and 7 point something something southwest. Everything will be stated there. So it states exact place you're buying the land and other conditions that are attached to the land. But it goes further beyond contracts of sales. Contracts of sales is an agreement between you and the company, and even inside the contract of sale it will be stated. For example, a lot of people these days buy lands that are C of O in view. Now, how do you know how the C of O will be gotten? Is it the company that is going to pay for the C of O, or is it you, the buyer, that is going to pay for the C of O? Your contract of sales will state this. And how you even know naturally is that you bought a land in Ekwe and the land is sold to you at 20 million naira. Most times, the money for the CFO has been included in that land because, of course, the company is also talking to the government as they are selling the land to you. The government allocation comes out, every other thing comes out, and that is why the price is high. But if you buy a land for, let's say, 1.5 million, 2.5 million, 3.5 million, and even up to 7 million, there is no guarantee that it is the company that will be paying for the CFO. When that time comes and government say, yeah, let's give you allocation on this plot, you will be the one that will pay for the CFO. It will be stated right inside that contract of sale. So that is why I advise clients, if we are going for a land that you're going to do your CFO, don't go for something too expensive. The major thing is to make sure that that land is free. It is free for you to get, and don't go beyond probably 5 million naira for that land, so that when that money for CFO comes in, you are making a gain on that land. I hope you understand it. But your contract of sales will carry every agreement between you and the company you are buying from. Number three, allocation letter. And I put this forward because these days a lot of companies now in the real estate space in Lagos give paper allocation before physical allocation, and there's a good reason for doing this. A lot of people want to hold something. They want it to just go beyond their paying for a land. They need a representation of what they are paying for. So since this has been discovered by real estate companies in Lagos, so they give you something we call allocation letter, because already don't forget that the survey and the layout of that estate has already been done. So the plots has been demarcated on paper. So they pick those plots on paper and they represent them to you in a paper too. So they give you a paper. Mr. Olaiwola Arigbabuo bought a plot of land in so estate, plot G, layout M, things like that. So on paper, you already have a sense of, okay, if I see the layout of this estate, I'll be able to recognize my land. So that is why a lot of people give allocation letter. Allocation letter is not physical allocation. Allocation letter is not physical allocation, and most times it is always subject to change when you finish payment. Because let's say the truth to ourselves, a lot of you hear that an estate is sold out. It will surprise you to know that that estate 70% sold out on initial deposits. 70% sold out on initial deposit, and people, most times Nigerians, you know us now, we are bad debtors. They pay initial deposit and they leave it like that. Then the company is chasing people, come and pay, And if you buy an estate that you do not find serious development aside from the fencing too, you should have in mind that this is probably what has happened. When people now begin to pay, it becomes an issue of first come, first serve. If they have allocate plot G to you before, they can bring you to plot B, or they can take you to plot C, because that is now available, and the people that are still owing are pushed to the back. So it is always subject to change, and something might happen and they feel, let's rejig this layout, let's restructure this layout, let's plan this layout properly more than what we drafted in the first place. Then your allocation might also change. But generally, the allocation letter is to let you know that you have social plots in this lane inside this estate, which I think is a good one. We covered what you must get when you start paying. Now that you've finished payment, what should you get? Number 4 on this list is deed of assignment. Deed of assignment is what transfers the ownership of that land or property to you. Without a deed of assignment in your hands, you don't have that land yet. But when you get your deed of assignment, then that land belongs to you. So in your deed of assignment, it is stated, the title of the land is stated, the person who is transferring the land is stated, the person that the land is being transferred to is stated, and also in the deed of assignment there's something we call an indemnity clause. If for any reason at all something happens to the land tomorrow and you can't claim it, what happens? How are you going to be indemnified? Do you understand? How are you going to be indemnified? What happens to you? Is it a total loss, or are you getting something else? It is stated in the deed of assignment. That is why if you buy land, aside from something that is not under control happening, you can't lose that land forever. They may take you somewhere else, they may allocate you somewhere else because there is an issue on that one, but you can't lose your land forever. And this is where I also tell people that sometimes fear makes us run away from all these things. Fear makes us run away from all these things. And the truth of the matter is that things happen. Anything can happen at any time. But you must know the company you're buying from. Are they here to just gather people's money and run away? Or are they here that no matter what happens, they will stand against government or against any entity that will want to encroach on the land that they have helped people to procure? This is very, very important. I think this is the main issue in our things happen. Then we cannot take the fact away that real estate is Lagos State oil. So government can wake up tomorrow and say we want more money on this land, and that has to be communicated. But some people, company, just run away because even in the Bible, you fight for land. That is what I'm telling you. You fight for it. It is your right to own land. You fight for it. So pitch with companies that will help you fight. That's just what I'm saying. So that even with your deed of assignment, you have a strong case. Take the Lagos Calabar road, Lagos Calabar coastal road, for example. Yes, a lot of houses were destroyed, but do you know some people got compensation because they stood their ground? Yes, you're going to destroy my house, but I'm going to get the current value for it. And they produced correct documents, and because they produced correct documents, they were indemnified, they were paid for their land so that that road can pass through there. So the truth of the matter is, whatever you're doing, make sure the land is good so your deed of assignment can also stand the test of whatsoever comes against it. Number 5, survey plan. Survey plan is just a representation, a graphical representation that you own social plots of land in social place, in social estate, and it has to be registered with the Lagos state government or this government of the state where you bought the land. When it is registered, is at that point of registry that you know if that land is also good or not. If the land is good, the survey will be accepted. If the land is not good, the survey will not be accepted. And there are times when a land you bought directly from a family, even the law recognizes the family, right? And they've done a survey for their land, and you take it to Alausa, then government is telling you that that land is not free. Sit with them, press them, and you find out what they are just telling you is to come and do allocation from them on that land too. So if you can do that, you find out that yes, you are buying from two people. You are buying from family and you're also buying from government. These things are just revenue generation from government, and that is what we must understand. Land is our right to own in any state of the federation, and it's something that we must always come to the table to discuss. Don't run away. Don't run away. So, number five, survey plan. Lastly, number six, this is not really a document, but it's something that must happen. Physical allocation. On the day of physical allocation is actually when you get your deed and your survey put together. Four copies are given to you. You sign. They take two. You take two, and your survey is also inside registered that this land belongs to you. And why it is registered is that it has been registered with the Lagos State government. The survey has been registered with Lagos State government that this land belongs to Amodu Onana of Manchester United. Do you understand? So this land belongs to you. On the day of physical allocation, they will now take you to your plots. You see it, you see the peg. The surveyor would have worked on the estate already. You see the peg and you know, so that when you come in 20 years' time, even if bush has filled everywhere, you will still be able to walk to your land. And if you give that survey to a surveyor, they will interpret to you that on this survey, what is it saying that this land is here, is here, is here inside this estate. So physical allocation is important. If you cannot be there, send somebody. I've seen a situation where our clients don't show up, probably because they're in the diaspora. Then you must have a realtor that you trust. In an estate where allocation has been done, but just because the place that they allocated to some other clients back, and they want to start building, and that can be a problem sometimes, where some people have different ideas for the estate. Some people want to build, some people want to buy for the future. And the people that want to buy for the future, they paid first. So they've allocated the front to them. But on physical allocation, they did not come. So they don't really know where their land is. They just know that they have their paper. So the one that want to build, they'll just remove your placard that they put your name on. They take it to their own that they allocated to them at the back, and they'll bring their placard to the front. When you come now, his mouth will use to say it, and it is bum will use to sit down. You understand? They are built. So it is important that when you get your physical allocation, you go and mark your territory. Talk to your realtor. Talk to a bricklayer. Get them together. Go there and put, if it's a mini fence, if it's the draft fence, especially if you like that estate that you have bought into, go there. Go and put a draft fence together. Go and put a corner piece in 4 pieces together, and you give them a difficult time putting someone else on your land. This is very important. Yes, that's it. The 6 documents that you must get. Theoretically 5, and the last one is just a physical representation, which you must be at or send somebody at, and everything together makes it 6 documents that you must get to own that land that you're paying for right now or you are about to pay for. Don't run away from investing in Lagos. I'm not saying this because I own my own development company or I have several estates around Lagos, but I am saying this because Lagos is one of the places where your investment can appreciate astronomically. Developments are moving everywhere. Yes, the issues with the government will come, but when you invest with a company that know what they are doing, they will indemnify you. You cannot totally lose on what you are buying in Lagos. Where people totally lose is where they themselves they didn't do their due diligence. Maybe in another video I will talk about due diligence properly, because every day the thing is changing. And I can also tell you categorically, as it stands now, that in some parts of Lagos, due diligence is a waste of time. But if you're in the system, you will understand. If you're not, what I'm just trying to say is that even if you buy from family, do these things. And after you have bought from family, wait for government. And when government comes, no matter what force they come with, don't run away. Don't run away. And this is typical right now in Okwaja area, for example, where they want to take the road along their communities, and they have sold this land to people. Now they are standing, and because they are standing, they are modifying that route to go out of those places that they say is their land. We are It's people from outside too that went into government, and they can be spoken to. You understand what I mean? So don't run from investing in your fatherland. If Lagos is too tough for you, go into other states of Nigeria. Ogun State is opening up. Ibadan or your state is opening up. The East is opening up too. I have several estates in all of these places, and people are investing in their fatherland. Don't run away from Nigeria. Don't run away from Nigeria. Do due diligence and get these 6 documents. And wherever you are, may God bless you. I want to say thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, share, subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, if you have a property request in Lagos, in Ogun State, there's a property that you need checked, there's a property that you want to get, land, house, give me a call, and I'll do the job for you beyond your widest imagination. So I've been getting property for people. We also have our own property that we are selling. We have been in the real estate game for over 10 years, and we know our way around. And with the recent coalition that we did at Redan, which is the Real Estate Development Association of Nigeria, we are beginning to sit with government, and we are seeing how these policies can benefit the people who are investing in real estate. So it's a long game. Don't run away. Thank you. I'll see you in another video.